Wow. Mine, oh mine, oh my. What a fight. What a fight. I call this fight of the year candidate. Now, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to bring on my co host tonight. We got to talk about this. Wow. Welcome, Kojo.
Hey, thanks.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. Guys. All right. So we just finished watching the Navaerrete and Valdez fight. And if you didn't watch this fight, you got to go back and watch it. I'm talking about from round 1 to round 12. This was not a fight that was promoted as fight of the decade or fight of the, I don't know, last 30 years or whatever. But this fight, if you're a boxing fan, kept you on your feet. I'm still watching the replay. It kept you on your feet till the end. And I call it fight of the year candidate. Kojo, do you think it's up there for fight of the year?
I think possibly, man. But I think that these guys, they laid it online like the Mexican style, So
We got. Let's get Ben's reaction. What's up, Ben?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good,
hey,
good.
what's
How
up,
did
bro?
you see this fight? Give us your overall impression. Let's go.
Well, from the 3 rounds I seen, because I just came from a funeral, so
Uh-huh.
Ghanaian thing. So, the 3 rounds I saw, it was kind of close. But the way Valdez I looked like, it looked like Navaerrete. He gave him some pepper.
Yes, yes, some pepper it is. Yes, I mean, what really did the eye thing was, I know if you watch Valdez, Valdez always depends on his big shots, his big right, his big left. Navaerrete was doing his combos. That's what did the eye thing that you saw in the last 3 rounds that you saw. I mean, from the round 1, Kojo watched it. I was watching it. From round 1, these fighters were giving their all. These fighters were giving their all. They kept me on my feet. At some point, I just stood in front of the TV and I was watching it. I wasn't. I mean, this fight. I know these guys are good, both good, but what I saw is not what I expected. Because I know Valdez has made some mistakes in the past. When I saw his fight with Stevenson and all that, so I wasn't expecting him to do what he did today. But he stood his ground, and I think tonight was a good night for boxing. Kojo, what did you think?
Hey, these guys. I got an echo, but I try to work with it.
You got an
These
echo?
guys. Yeah, I got echo.
Okay.
They Mexican style, bro. No defense, man. These guys, they're punching bags. But okay, I'm good now. So, can you hear me? Yeah.
I
So
think
Yeah, I
it's
can.
from my side, my speaker going through my mic. So I'm muting my side so you can go.
okay, man. I think look, Valdez, was relying on his hooks, man. But Navarrete came out and he pressed the issue early. I don't know why Vegas had Navarrete such an underdog. I think they, like I was saying, they must have known he had a damaged right hand. So, but still, he was able to do a lot of early work. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of early work, and then Valdez came on in the middle, but then he closed the show. So
Yeah.
Now, Ben, the last 3 rounds that you saw, you said that you thought it was close, but did you think that Navarrete closed the fight off in the
In the
last
12th
round?
round, he did. In the 12th round, he closed it because he was applying more pressure. And like y'all said, Valdez was relying on the hook. He was throwing punches and stuff like that, but the thing was, Valdez should have threw the punches and used angles. He didn't do that. He should have used the angles, turn on them, throw combos, and then get out the way. But the Mexican pride, the Mexico pride, he had to stand in there and go in the foxhole. But it's not about the muscle. It's about here. You got to outsmart the guy here before you smart guy with this, and that's what it's about. And I thought he was going to do that because he has more amateur and Olympic pedigree experience, but he didn't. You know, he just went toe to toe with a slugger, man. And Navaerrete is not easy to beat, man. You got to have skill, determination, and you have to have dog and wolf to beat him because he is a savage.
Yeah, I think it's like almost like you have to slow him down with body shots, bro. Otherwise, he's gonna be like on you all night, like he did
Yeah.
Doug Bay, man. He was on. It's like you have to, but it's like he has a chin too, so it's like what can you have to go to his body because the guy can take a shot.
Right, but what about the last guy, the Irish guy? The Irish guy was like, yeah, okay, come on with it. And then what happened? He dropped him. So I think if you got size, you got skill, you definitely can get him. But I mean, you know, you got to have size and skill. You got to know what you're doing. I think Shakur Stevenson can get Navaerrete, but also Navaerrete is dangerous for Shakur Stevenson. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that would be a fight. The one thing that I saw was that all his big shots, talking about Valdez, was going for the head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he could have done if he went for the body, because those shots were very powerful when he connected them. And I felt like if he connected it on the body, he could have slowed down Navaerrete. But he always went for the head. And I don't think that was a smart move at all.
Yeah, I don't know what Canelo's team is teaching this guy. I don't know what they're doing over there. I like Eddie Reynoso and his dad and all that. But hey, listen, you guys better not do that with Charlo. Be careful with Charlo. Because Charlo is not stupid. He can box, he can bang, and he got power too. Now, this is his first fight at 168. But if you're not careful, he can make you look very average because he can move. But I think Canelo knows, you know, what he's up. He knows he's up against a brother, so he got to come correct.
Hey man, hey them guys. Hey dude, I got a feeling, bro. That Eddie Reynoso camp, bro. Something wrong over there, bro.
Something is wrong over there.
Yeah.
The carne asada tacos might be dying out, man. I don't know. Something's wrong over there, man. Because Valdez didn't look that good. I was thinking, like, when I saw his eyes, I said, "Hey." Yo, it was like this. I was like, yo, did you come to just take punches, or you know what is this? Because Navaerrete looks like he just came from a massage, and then you look like you just came from a car wreck. Like, what is going on?
Yeah,
man.
Well, whose was worse? Valdez's eyes or Uga's eyes from Spence? Kojo.
Ugo's. I don't want to get vulgar, but Ugo's eyes look like two. You know what? You know, hey, Ugas.
Him too. Why didn't you fight like a Cuban?
Yeah.
Why are you going toe to toe with this guy when you know this guy is strong in the beginning? Why didn't you fight like a Cuban?
Yeah.
You should have, man. I'm just saying, if the math is the math, you know. Even Spence, a couple weeks ago, why are you going toe to toe with Crawford that early? Why? It didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
But isn't that what fans like to see? We want to see, because I was texting Kojo through all that. I like the exchange. So no defense, but we like to see the aggressiveness and exchanges. You know?
Hey, but you know,
absolutely. But who's gonna pay for the medical? The fans is not gonna pay for the medical bills. The boxer will.
And you know what though, man? That style seems to only really work well with another Mexican style because it's like they're used to taking damage like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you in there like a Spence and Crawford, they wouldn't go toe to toe for that long because they're smarter fighters, bro. They calculated. So I don't think we'll see outside of Mexican style that kind of a brawl more. You know, we don't see that. But
unless Timothy Bradley come out of retirement.
But he looked even. Remember Provodnikov? Was that Provodnikov? Who was that? That was Provodnikov. No, that was who was that guy that gave him a concussion in the ring, bro? Ruslan Provodnikov.
Provodnikov.
Yeah. Man, Tim Bradley, he better not try that again. That guy, he was out on his feet, man. But
Notice after that fight, he left Joel Diaz and went to Teddy Atlas.
yeah, yeah.
So he realized, he was like, yeah, bro, I can't do that.
No, but yeah,
Mm-mm.
but this fight, man. I mean, Navarrete style. It was a good. The reason styles make fights. It was a good style matchup. It's just that I think something the sauce is off of Valdez. I think that steroid T is lost his punch. You know what I'm saying?
You
Oh,
gotta
you
know
mean
what you're
the
talking
States?
about, man.
You mean the States?
No allegations here.
Allegedly, the alleged T, man.
Yeah. The alleged beef or steak or whatever. Yeah.
The alleged T, man. But no, I think last thing I just think Navarrete he's big, man. He's a big frame. It's hard to hurt that guy, man. Unless like you say, you got
The,
to be big like that other guy, man.
the new Antonio Margarito.
Yeah, hopefully his gloves not loaded, but yeah.
So,
Right.
so who do you guys want to see Navarrete fight next? I mean, it's not going to be Stevenson. That would be a bit early, right?
Oh,
I would like to see him fight. What's my man's name from Texas? Regis Prograis man. He's champ. He's WBC champ. My man with the dreads, the blonde dreads.
hold on.
Oshaki Foster.
Oh no, he had smoked that dude. You think?
Man, yo,
he will kill Foster.
yo, look! Did y'all just see what Foster did with Ray Vargas? And
Nah,
Ray Vargas is slippery. He's not easy, and he destroyed him.
huh.
But like I said, Oshaki Foster is not gonna go in the foxhole and just stand there.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't give Navaerrete what he wants, what is Navaerrete gonna do? Because remember, this game is about adaptation. If you gotta adapt to the other guy, if this guy's not giving you what you want, what are you gonna do next? Same as we talked about earlier with AJ and Wilder. Yes,
Yeah.
AJ has that, that the big posture, the model posture, and stuff like that. And Deontay Wilder is a long toothpick that will put you out. That right hand is over. But if AJ diffuses that, what is he gonna do?
Yeah.
Hey, since you went into the heavyweight, what did y'all think of the knockout of Hilarious?
Chale, man. I was saying, like, I was telling my man, like, yo, AJ got to dust him off in the first round, because if he don't dust him off in the first round, then it's like he's not.
I honestly didn't watch the whole fight. I just saw the knockout. But I was thinking, I mean, if Wilder took him out in round 1, why is AJ taking him to 7? But Coach Kofi told me that he actually was impressed with AJ's performance, and I was like, But I haven't seen the fight. I gotta be honest.
Hey! I
saw a few rounds.
You saw what?
I saw a few rounds. He had a little bit of trouble. He had a little bit of trouble with him, and the guy's not a bad fighter.
Nah, I watched the whole fight, bro. AJ is he's calculated. He's trying to become, like I was saying, he's trying to become this technician heavyweight, like Lennox Lewis or something like that. But with more, he wants to be more calculated, and he's afraid to mix it up. I think that comes from the Ruiz fight. He's afraid to get caught on, his tempo. He's afraid of that, bro. He take a shot there. I mean, he be all over the ring, slip and slide all over the ring. So I think he's timid, man. And then but I think he wanted to get some rounds in, but still, like, the reason why Wilder got him out, because Wilder, we know what Wilder's gonna do. When Wilder has that accuracy with his right, if it catches, it catches. Helenius was a perfect matchup for Wilder. I mean, that's why he got him out of there. But for AJ, he still got him out of there. But his style is it takes time. It take a couple rounds, because he's not like gonna come out. We know AJ ain't gonna come out and bully nobody. If that was the case, he would have bullied Usyk. You know what I'm saying? But even though Usyk's more mobile, more technical, but he still didn't press him, man. You a bigger dude. Usyk's a cruiserweight, man. So this guy is also a big guy, and he's not bad, though. He's not a bum.
He's not a bum.
Helenius beat up on Kalnacki, even though Kalnacki's sloppy, but Kalnacki's still a problem. he dusted him off, you know. So it's like he's not a
Yeah.
bum. It takes a minute, you know. Forget a big guy like Kalnaki. I mean, Hellenius, yeah, especially if you're not like a one knockout kind of guy, you know.
So you think Wada was just being Wada, AJ was being AJ. It's
Yeah,
not that the opponent is bad.
I don't do the triangle theories, bro. I don't do that because it's just a style, man. His Hellenius is a guy that his neck is his head's up, and he's like tailor made for Wilder, bro. He's tailor made for Wilder. Where you know, like I said, Joshua, man, Joshua, the way how he is, bro, he got to study. He needs a few rounds, man. He's in a few rounds because even Charles Martin didn't. It took him 2 rounds or 3 rounds to get Charles Martin out of there. So
Something like that.
Charles, yeah, back when Charles Martin wasn't, Charles Martin is actually better than he was back then. Back then, I don't know, he was trash, man. I don't know how he got the belts because it was vacant, right? It was a because
I think so.
Fury, yeah, Fury let him go, and then the IBF was floating out there, and then he picked it up in a vacant. So, but anyways, man.
But now that I mean Valdez has lost, what do you guys think is next for him? Is he done?
I don't think he's done. You know, because he's 32. He still got some juice left. I don't think he's done, but I mean, you shouldn't be taking this. Is the thing. I don't like when the Mexican guys say that the African American fighters are boring and stuff like that. But we don't stand there and take punches like that. That you're not supposed to do that. Period. Whether you Mexican, Ghanaian, Haitian, Polish, you're not supposed to stand there and just absorb punches. You're supposed to hit and not get hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to, but he gotta, add some more defense. The one thing I can say about AJ, in the sense with Derrick James was like, we're not taking no more punches like that. Any punch you get hit with, that dude got to work for it. And today I see him, he was rolling. He wasn't trying to get hit. So I was like, okay, his defense got better. But just what I just saw with Valdez, I saw like heart and desperation, and I didn't see too much of the skill. And I was surprised. I was like, where's the skill at? Because this guy boxed for Mexico, the country in the Olympics. Why didn't you use that average pedigree to make things easier? But, Mexico, you know what I'm saying? You got to go La Familia, you got to go Ball Cajones or Cabrones, you know what I'm saying? You got to go to, Viva
I mean,
Mexico,
that's what the fans want. That's why I was on my feet all night. I loved it, but yeah, it was at his expense.
Hey, I mean, maybe the fans is gonna be there for you at the hospital when the orbital bone is broken, and they're gonna help you pay for it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how you gotta look at it.
Hey, but you got to be able to turn it off and turn on, but then you got to be able to turn it, but then you got to be able to slip punches, bro. You got to be able to slip them. Hey, if you take them off your head like that, that's why. Crazy. Valdez was landing, but you don't see no damage on Navaerrete face, bro. You don't see nothing. But that means that Valdez got some tissue issues, so maybe that's why it's so. Because he's always getting like swollen around those areas. But I think his scar tissue maybe is weak or whatever. But or unless Navaerrete, he doesn't show damage that much, because some boxers just don't show damage that much. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, he wasn't landing frequently, and that's why it was unanimous. I thought it was a little closer, but it was a unanimous, man. I mean,
Yeah, I thought it was a little closer too.
But I can see why because the guy, look at his face, bro. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know, man. But Navaerrete throwing high volume combinations, high volume, nonstop, where Valdez is waiting, trying to counter. That's what that waiting stuff, bro. I think it gets a lot of people in trouble, man. When you trying to load up with one shot, and then you never find that shot. That's why I think, not to go off of Wilder Joshua, but I think if Derrick James could teach Joshua to avoid, or what is it? Is he going to circle to his left? If he can avoid the heavy right, if he can avoid Deontay Wilder's shot, he'll beat Deontay Wilder, bro. Like majority of rounds. But Wilder is tricky, and he may, like I said, Malik Scott may have developed something where he can get it off, where he ain't seeing it like he did with Luis Ortiz. and shock him because he even when he caught Hellenius, he caught him like in a corner and it was a quick right. It was a quick right. So if Joshua comes running in or something, so it is exciting. It's exciting, man. But Valdez, bro, I don't know what's up with him, bro. I don't know. I don't even. Who can he fight next? I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do, but maybe they'll go for the. They'll probably do a rematch.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, with as many punches but how can you be offensive and aggressive if you're trying to get that big shot? You got to let your hands go. So how could he protect himself when his volume was so low and he was just timing for the big one? I mean, I
And
don't know
then I
how
didn't
he
even
could
see
do
no
that.
jab.
Exactly.
He showed, he showed a good, it was like a few jabs. It was a nice jabs and he just stopped doing it. I watched it from the beginning. He had some strong jabs. Valdez had a strong jab, bro, and then he just went away from it.
That's what I'm saying. If that was us, we not giving them that. With Tim Bradley, yeah. But nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. If that was 130-pound Andre Ward, he would have dusted his boots. Not a snowball's chance in hell. If that was 130-pound Andre Ward, he would have dusted his boots. Psh, psh.
But the
Hey,
fans like to see you know, that's why one of the reasons why is some people don't like Mayweather, right? Because he never lets you hit him like that, and that's why they say he's boring though, because
Yeah,
we want to see people get hit.
yeah. That's true. I mean, it's boxing. It's boxing, but I mean, look at some of the fights that we've seen where fighters have got hurt bad. Bad. You know,
yeah.
busted orbital bones, busted lips, broken ribs, knocked out cold, face first. You know, some of those times it could have been avoided, but they chose, to go in the foxhole. You know,
Are
it's
you talking
they
about Spencer and Crawford?
no, but you look how that fight went. Look how that fight went,
It should have been stopped early, right?
man.
You know,
I ain't gonna lie. I thought,
Let's not get Kojo started on that one. Let's stick with
uh,
this one.
that was a fair and square butt kicking. That was, man. This whole 5-year rival between them two, I knew from day one. I was like, yo, Crawford gonna get him. I don't think he's gonna knock him out, but I think Crawford gonna get him, man, because number one, he got this, and Spence has a toolbox. Crawford has a tool shed. That's the difference.
I
Too
like I
many
like
weapons.
I like how you put it. But guys, so I mean, uh, uh, just final words on this. I was excited throughout the whole fight from round 1 to 12. I was texting back and forth with Kojo. I think he was too. It was just nonstop. But as Ben is saying, there could have been a better protection from Valdez, because if you have someone like Navaerrete who has a very voluminous punches, you can't just be there. But I got to give Valdez credit though. At some point, I mean, he does some of those punches, right? He does some of those punches. So imagine if Navaerrete connected all of them, it would have even been worse. So we got to give him some credit. It just wasn't enough. He could have done better. But it
Absolutely.
was a nice one. And I don't know where Navaerrete goes from here, but I think he's cementing his name up there, and hopefully he gets to fight Stevenson sometime soon. Kojo, what's your last word on this fight? And then we give Ben, and then we call it a night.
Oh, it was a good matchmaking, and it's good. I don't see him fighting Stevenson unless he goes to 35, man. I mean, how they gonna make that fight? I don't know.
It's
I
coming
mean,
soon.
yeah, if he goes to 30, but yeah, because I don't really see any big matchups with him in this division, man. I mean, Foster, I gotta go back and look at him. Foster. He did beat Ray Vargas.
Easy.
Ray Vargas destroyed that Max Sago guy too. So I mean,
Exactly.
yeah. So I think, but this fight, man, was good. I think They could have promoted it and they could have put it on. They could have put it on pay-per-view, man. It was. I mean, the Mexicans would have bought it, man. I mean, it was better to entertainment than the last couple weeks. I'd be real. Even I mean, it was even better than I think it was even better than Plant Benavidez, man. It was better than that fight too, and yeah, it was. Hey, it was. Hey, it was because hey, look, dude, what did Plant do, man? I mean, what did he do? He got his ass whooped the whole fight, didn't he? I mean, so I mean,
It depends on the lens you are looking it through, but if it
well,
comes to full action, I think
I'm just thinking
it's a
about.
bit comparable.
I'm just thinking about. I was just randomly just thinking about the last big fights we had this year. What else could you compare to this one? That's why I said that. I'm not. I mean, that ain't. You look at Javante Ryan Garcia. That was a mismatch. You look at Crawford Spence. That was a handicap fight, bro. Hey, you look
Hey,
you look.
hey,
So I mean, this fight was good. I'm just saying it was one of the better ones we've seen this year.
yo, Charlie,
Year's not over yet.
Conor Cray, you had no idea Bud was going to smoke his ass like that. You had no
No,
idea.
but if when there's injuries and involved and different kind of we don't nobody knows, bro. Hey, you hear that bell, boing, bing, you hear that bell? I was right, dude. You hear that bell? Hey, look.
Nah, that was the weight and the
hey,
layoff. That's all it was.
hey, bro.
Spence
Spence
thought
was.
that he was going to bully him, and he found out you sleeping on Omaha, Nebraska, bruh. And
Hey,
I'm
bro.
finna show you right now.
Hey, you heard what Antonio Tarver said. He was dead on. He was like, "Hey, bro, something was. Look at his feet was all over the place. He looked. Dude, Spence was not ready for that fight, bro. They should have canceled that joint, bro. They should have
Man,
because what? Hey, bro, what's wrong with a delay? Delay the fight a little bit. Why put your guy in there? You know he ain't ready for a shark like Crawford. So, anyways, the point is, bro, this fight here so far, I mean, it's top one of the top fights of the year, man. I mean, so far, because I wanted to say, hey, bro, Tank and Ryan Garcia was a scam, bro. Spence Crawford, was a scam, but it was a scam because PBC knew Spence was hurt, bro, and they still went ahead.
hey,
They went ahead
No,
and booked
no,
the
no,
fight.
no allegations, no lies.
Hey
mm-mm.
man, all right, bro. That's all I got on that, man.
All right, Ben, what's your takeaway from tonight's fight? Then let's call it a night. Because
Uh,
Kojo can talk about Spence Crawford all night.
I think I mean the 3 rounds I saw, I had a good time with it. Maybe they can do it again sometime. I don't know the situation over there with ESPN and then boxing and stuff like that, but they they got good matchmaking over there, but it's a little shaky over there too, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that Cambosis Maxie Hughes was terrible. Terrible. Man, Cambosis got his ass whooped. Man. And then, man, they robbed him with a plastic spoon. I was like, man, this is bad. Bad. I mean, Stevie Wonder could have told you Cambosis lost that fight. He could have told you. Ray Charles, man. Come on, man. Damn. But I mean, other than that, I just want to see more good fights, man. That's all, man. I just want to see more good fights, man. And I want to see us in those too. And when I say us, I want to say Ghanaians. We got to get back in there, man. We got to stop getting
Hey. Big conversation. You want to start this? What's my time here? 1:30
we can
a.m.
take this
You
to
want to
another
start?
day. I'll just end it up like this, saying like this, man. We got to get back to the promised land. The last Ghanaian guy, Red Tiger, man, bro, you ain't no tiger.
Hey, what are you talking about? Hey, take it easy.
Man, listen. He's
We've had a
Ghanaian.
few.
Like you said, nothing wrong with
Ben,
taking off in the fight, right? He should have stopped. He should have said, "I don't have enough time to prepare." I'll say that. He shouldn't have taken the fight if he had like a week or two notice. Unless he was already in training camp with somebody, then okay. But if you just got off the couch and fought this guy like that, that's dangerous. You're not in the best shape of your life, and then this guy is young, he's strong, he's already been in training for weeks, and then you just get off the couch and go fight this guy. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing.
You have a point there. You have a point there, and yeah, preparation definitely was not as it should have been before fighting somebody like Rocha. So you have a point there. I agree with that one for sure.
We got to stop doing that, man, because you can get hurt like that, and I can see it in the ring. Like he wasn't prepared. He wasn't prepared, and there's no knock on his coach. What's my man's name? I like him. There's no knock on him. You know, there's no knock on George Ashe. It was just you got the call and you had to take the opportunity. I respect that, but it's like you got to flip both sides of the coin. Like, okay, can we really pull this off? Do we have enough time to prepare? At least try, because 3 weeks or 3 days, that's not good enough. That's not good enough to get off the couch and then go fight this dude. And they try to build him up to fight Terrence Crawford, even though he would have got smoked. But you know what I'm saying? Nah, we got to stop doing that.
Hey, but you know, though, to be fair, maybe those times our boxers were in training camp and they were doing their best. But I'll say that Azuma, some of our world champions got late calls and then went to cause upsets. So those happen, but if you've been training.
Azuma, Bazooka, Alfred Corte, God bless the dead, those guys were wolves. These guys nowadays, these guys are miniature chihuahuas that think they're wolves. Nah, Azuma Nelson, that guy was a savage. That guy was on a mission. Bazooka, that guy was on a mission. Bazooka was Errol Spence 20 years ago, beating up on everybody.
So I guess the point is that we should be ready at all times, because you just never know when that call will come, right?
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right?
Yeah,
you're right.
We got to stop blaming not having enough equipment, blah blah blah. And because you go look in Cuba, man, they ain't got no equipment either, bro. Hey, not really. You go look. So I mean, it's about boxing intellect. You know, it's about studying, getting the right people around you. That's what it's about. It's not about
intellect over athleticism. Yeah, like my man Gary Russell said, who got the first round knockout, right? On PBC. You know what I'm saying? From the DMV, baby. You know how we do. You know how we do, man. The DMV with PBC, man. We putting it down over here, man. I told you.
All right, man. All right.
Kojo loves PBC too much. He gonna have dreams tonight about PBC.
Man.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Let's do this again next time there's a good fight. Thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Can't wait. Y'all guys have a good night, man.
All right. See you. Peace, man. Thanks.
All right, guys. So this was just our post-match reaction to the Valdez Navaerrete fight. It was a good fight. I loved it. I was on my feet all night. And for a fight of 12 rounds with 1 to 12 action-packed exchanges, as fans, we love to see this every now and then. But as boxers, sometimes not so great, especially if there's poor defense. And we could see this on Valdez's face. Hopefully he comes back stronger, but I think Navaerrete is ready for whoever, and hopefully he gets the chance. Politics get out of the way, and he's able to fight the best in his division. Some of the things, people that potentially he could fight maybe a long way down the road, but I think he's ready. He's that guy. All right, guys, this is HTVs. This is the Boxing Doc, and this was the Navaerrete Valdez aftermath. See you next time.